So our next company is going to be presenting another great Kiwi company. They're always happy to promote and give an update as to what they're doing. We've got the CEO of Mesynthes, Mr. Brian Ward here. Sorry, it's on a different page. Okay, so I'll give a quick background on Mesynthes. It's a soft tissue reconstruction company using its proprietary endoform technology to develop regenerative tissues, substitutes for reconstructive surgery and wound care. These markets represent an opportunity in excess of $1 billion. Please welcome to the stage.
Thanks, it's great to be here and have the opportunity to present to people here in Brisbane. So what I want to talk about is Mesynthes. We're essentially a soft tissue reconstruction company, and what we have is a device for repairing soft tissue injuries. You may know that there's quite a profound change happening in medicine at the moment. So we've had an era whereby we've had pharmaceuticals, we've had biologicals, we've had the emergence of medical devices as well. And what we're seeing now is a whole new class of therapies coming to the market. So this is essentially the idea of regenerative medicine, and it is that you can actually encourage the human body to repair itself, and by that can be done in a range of different ways, but it includes cell therapy and also how the environment in tissues interplays with that cell therapy. So what we're doing is developing a regenerative tissue substitute. It's a material that allows surgeons essentially to patch holes in people. So if a patient has tissue that is removed and the surgeon needs to then bridge that tissue and repair it, they can use a material like our material. And what happens over time is that material is replaced completely by the patient's own tissue. So this is an out-of-the-package product, so it saves the surgeon having to take a graft from one part of the body and translocate it to another part of the body, but also it provides material that actually encourages the healing process. So you may know that collagen-based materials have been used in the regenerative medicine area for probably the last 20 years. I think as regenerative medicine has emerged, what's become apparent is that there's some significant deficiencies in these materials, and particularly the rate at which they vascularize. That's really important in terms of the quality and rate of tissue repair, but also in terms of the propensity for that site to become infected, and also the risk of implant failure. So we've shown with our material it vascularizes really quickly, but it also supports normal cell function. What I mean by that is cells can migrate into the material, they can migrate through it, they can grow in that material, and over time they can actually differentiate and develop new tissue. So there's this crosstalk that's happening between cells and their environment and our material. So we see this as a platform for developing a wide range of products. So we've started with some very simple applications, and we're progressively working towards more sophisticated applications, higher value applications. So it's used from head to toe, or can be used from head to toe for a variety of indications. I'll sort of break the rule that Mark outlined before and give you a really kind of a big number in terms of what the market's worth. In the US alone, just for soft tissue repair, this is a market that already exceeds $1 billion and is growing at double-digit rates. And you're certainly seeing out of Europe significant growth in this market as well. Obviously, within this market, there's many niche markets that have some very interesting opportunities. So what we're focused on is a number of small niches within this market. The first area that we've addressed is chronic wound care, and we've done that really to provide an entry point into this market. So looking at diabetic and venous ulcers particularly. Ventral hernia repair is a really important application. So this is where people have surgery, and as a consequence of that surgery, the internal wound may break down, and that needs to be repaired. So sometimes that's done with synthetic products, but what has become apparent with those synthetic products is they actually can lead to some severe complications, so particularly adhesions and infections. So if you look at what's happening over the last 5-10 years, there's been a significant move towards biological materials. And the reason for that is that they're less likely to become infected, they can be used where the site is infected, and generally the outcomes can be a lot better, particularly in young people. Breast reconstruction is another area that really interests us. So post-mastectomy, these products are used to substitute for tissue that is no longer available. So if you talk to surgeons about these types of products, there's a number of things that they worry about. So one of the high things on their list is, how does this product, how does it vascularize? How quickly does it vascularize? So that's a really critical issue. What happens to the material? So does it actually fully remodel, and is it completely replaced by the patient's own tissue? Or is it something that actually persists for a long period of time and leads to chronic inflammation? And what's the propensity of this material to become infected, or for biofilms to become established and therefore lead to some long-term complications? And the other thing that's really important is the strength of the material. So how does the material, how strong is it when you use it? And then over time, how does that strength profile change? Because sometimes these repairs can be very effective in the short term, but in the longer term, you can often get failure. So our product, Endoform, what we've done in designing this is design an extracellular matrix that retains the minor components of the extracellular matrix. So what I mean by that is the framework that sits around cells in the body is made up of some structural components and some minor components that are involved in signaling. And we're very interested in the minor components that sit within that matrix. If you compare this with competing products, many of the competing products don't contain those minor components, or the materials have been treated so harshly that you've actually negatively impacted on the biology of the material. So we've shown with our material, and this is published, that the material is bioactive. So if you do an extraction of our material, you place it on cells, you'll see that it actually causes them to differentiate. It's significantly more angiogenic than leading products on the US market. So we have a lot of data to support this. This is published material, and we've compared it to market-leading products. It's completely remodeled, so over time, completely replaced by the patient's own tissue. It's significantly stronger than other biomaterials. And we've compared it to market-leading products. Importantly for wound care, it has a very strong effect in terms of inhibiting enzymes which prematurely break down new tissue that's forming. We've done a number of clinical studies, small series of case studies, larger studies, both in New Zealand and now in the US. We have a partnership with a US-based company. They're undertaking a much larger study for us, and they'll initiate a randomized controlled trial this year. So this is our first product. It's Endoform Dermal Template. It's currently approved by the FDA. It's been partnered with the US-based multinational. They initially took North American rights. They've just exercised worldwide rights for this product. This is our second product. This is an implantable product. It's currently with the FDA, and we expect this to be approved certainly by the first quarter of next year. And we currently have a number of discussions with major partners for this product. We're also working on a product that combines our ECM platform with antimicrobial drug delivery. So many of these sites are either contaminated or infected, so being able to not only promote tissue regeneration but to be able to manage the infection is really important. Just a couple of milestones I'll mention in here. We have a manufacturing facility which is established, accredited to ISO 13485. We will launch a new product each year over the next 3 years, and progressively looking at, as I say, more complex and more valuable applications. So our business model really has been to get the company going, get some cash flow coming in. We can see some strong cash flow coming in over the next 18 months. Partner those off to players that could take this product to the market and succeed with it, and then focus on combining our technology with other technologies to develop some very high value applications for high-value indications in major therapeutic areas. In terms of the team, we have a small management team. All of us have worked in this industry for a long time. We have over 60 years experience in the life science industry, both sort of right across the board, manufacturing, sort of corporate side, and obviously on the science side as well. The board, a mixture of independents and investors in the company, and two world-leading clinicians and researchers that are real opinion leaders internationally in this market. So in terms of the highlights, this is a product with strong, or platform really, with strong differentiation. We'll see a launch of our first product this year. We see multiple products over the next 2 to 3 years, a large unmet clinical need. We believe our infection control product will bring a completely new level of performance to this market, and we're raising $5 million. So love to speak to anybody at the break. Thank you.